Hello everybody, it's Winona from Dairy Barn Art. Welcome back. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and comment. I am going to do everyday gratitude before I start anything else. This is by Joseph Campbell, and he says, the big question is whether you are going to be able to say a hearty yes to your adventure. Wow. How can I live a big yes to the adventure of my life? Yes, we should look at our life as a big adventure. And we should look at it like adventures. You know, you watch adventure movies and they have ups and they have downs. And that's just the way it is, you know, and live that way. Anyway, I want to do a video of a little bit of what I'm doing right now. And I've shown you in the past few videos things I've purchased. So you know what I want to do with that stuff. But I just thought I would show you a few things that I've done and finished, and a few things that I'm getting ready to work on. So anyway, first I'll start with this. This is my idea journal, or my ephemera journal. I told you I was working on probably around Christmas and New Year's, and I finally finished it. I ended up doing 2 signatures, and I sewed buttons, old buttons on the, when I sewed the signatures in. This, I quickly just sewed up scraps. Whatever scrap came, I sewed it up. And then I glued this rickrack over top, and I did the same on this side. This was kind of damaged here. Like, this is an old book, and this book has seen a lot of love. And it's been colored in and everything. And it's been even more now that I've gotten a hold of it. So anyway, I was doing up these little snippet clusters the other day with my granddaughter. And I thought, you know, this one might not be so bad on here, to hide that where the cardboard is showing from the book. So anyway, when you open it up, here's the first page, and I left this the way it is. I did put a little bit of this paper on here with the punch, and I was sewing ruffles one day. I bought a ruffler for my sewing machine, and I've never been so disappointed in my life. It does not work. And it was expensive, but anyway, so I had so much fun doing this book, and I want to do more up and hopefully get them in my Etsy store. But you know the way I work, that might not be for a long time. So anyway, I put a pocket on this page, and what I kind of tried to do is 1 page scrapbook, 1 book page, scrapbook, book page throughout this book. So this is a pocket. This is a piece of ephemera I made one day. So this is something, I may not put this one in here because I really love this one, but I may put one on decorated in as an idea of, you know what, that's something you can do with envelopes. I haven't put anything in here really yet. So here's a page I made a bit shorter, and I just glued this on. This isn't a pocket, it's glued on. Stitched around the page. I stitched around a lot of pages. Here I stitched, and I cut out, I have a ladybug punch that I never use. And then I thought, you know what, I have a charcoal pencil, I'll go around it. Didn't like it, but you know what, it doesn't matter. For what I'm using this book, it doesn't matter. This is a chance to do things that may not turn out the way you wanted. Here's a belly band I made from the book that I could tuck something other. This is the back of the scrapbook. The scrapbook paper was mostly or all one-sided, so I just went with stencils with distress inks. And I just tried some of my stencils and just stenciled. This is, I did the stencil, then I moved it a bit and did it in another color and moved it again and did it in another color. Here's another belly band. This page is cut short, and then you open it and there's a little tuck in here. Just in here, I think I glued it up to there. This, I just took a credit card and some acrylic paints, and I grabbed some and I just smooshed it on. I just went, and that was it. Not much thinking, but it feels cool. This page, I have a pocket here, and it's a shorter page as well. And then you turn it over. I have 3 pockets. And then this is another stencil, and I've done that stencil, and then I added some other colors. I did it in 1 color with distress ink, probably 3 colors. I did it in the peachy color first, added a bit of yellow, and then went with a darker peach around, kind of trying to catch the edges. Here's another piece, a little tuck spot. Here's another ruffle that yeah, I wasn't too pleased with, but I put it in anyway because this is the kind of journal that you can do that with. These pages weren't joined together very well, so I used a piece of cardstock to hinge them together. This is a page, I couldn't cover it up. I just couldn't. I love raccoons. I love animals. So I left it, and I thought I can always clip something to it rather than glue something down. This is a page, and for some reason I had to cut this page short, so I lost. Oh, I remember when I first started doing this, I forgot to look at how big the book was. And I made my signatures way too wide, so I had to cut them down, so I lost almost all of this pocket. But it's just enough to catch something in. And again, I've had to hinge. I've done a lot of sewing. I tried out a lot of my stitches on my machine. Like here I've got the leaves, and then there's the pocket there and the little hedgehogs. At the last minute I threw in some of this ledger paper. And then I've got a little, what's that called? Gathered. Oh my goodness. And anyway, I've got a pocket here, and I've sewn with my feathers. This was so much fun, and you know what? If the colors didn't exactly match, I don't care. It's just fun. Here's another page. I cut the book page like this. I added a little bit of cardstock. I think there might have been a tear here or something. So I had a little bit of cardstock there to reinforce it. Here's some more stenciling. It was so much fun. And you know, it looks like on the camera that there's nothing here, but there is. I don't know if I pull this up further, you can see. Yeah, there's still stenciling there. I added this in here as the last minute as well. So this has got a pocket. I accidentally got some paint on there and on there. Here's another ruffle. Why that word didn't come to me before. Then here's a page, 2 pages that I just smooshed the paint on. Whatever, didn't care, just grabbed whatever colors I thought I'd like. Made another little tuck from the book. Here I did some zigzag stitching and some straight stitching. Here just a big zigzag. I had this left over from another project, so I just glued that on there. Did triple zigzag. That's a nice stitch actually. It's like a triple stitch. It does it back and forth 3 times, and it's just a nice looking stitch. Did a pocket here. Did a pocket here with a little ruffle, and that's the middle of this signature. So then you go on. Here I had this foam stamp, so I thought I'm going to try it. So I did. Got a little bit of texture there. Got a pocket here, tuck here, and so forth. Here's another stencil. It's kind of weird to have that picture with the very dainty flowers. And here's our taxi driver. And these are all pages from the book. And another ruffle. And another tuck there. And a tuck here. Here's another stencil. And then there. Here's a belly band and a pocket and some more smooshing. Here I've got a different pattern. And this I put washi tape on here because I needed to reinforce something or hide something. Yeah, the holes from where the book was stapled. Here's a nice pocket. Here's a little pocket. There's some more of my stenciling. Another pocket. Another pocket. There. And then we go on to our second signature. Here's a little belly band with some more of that smooshing technique. And a nice pocket. I have more jelly beans than you do, but that makes no difference to you. There's another tuck. Look at this. Love the way it looks with the grapes. And some of the page underneath is showing through. This was a book page, but that's okay. Here's a belly band going across the page. Here's some other pocket. So yeah, it's just lots and lots of fun. So this I will fill with different ephemera that I have made and different ideas. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. That's some stenciling. Here I've just cut out that picture because I liked it on the page. I made it into a pocket. And the same with this. I didn't want to lose that little children's drawing. And here they're writing cat. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that this is done, and I need to start filling it. And yeah, quite a few valley bands, because like, oh, you want to use that. You want to use that page. And then some smooshing. And I should really put some pockets on here as well. So, and I have some pieces over here. I have been watching Pink Monarch Prince Anna, I think her name is, if I remember right. And she had a freebie on her Facebook group. So I downloaded the freebie and watched the video and did some of the projects from that freebie. So this is a little pocket with some ephemera in that you would put in your book. And then I would probably do this as a tuck. So this is going to go in here as an idea. I'll put them all together somewhere in this book, and then I'll write that this was from Pink Monarch Prince, and I'll put the video so that if I want to make them in the future, I have the digital now, I can go watch the video to remember how to make them. So here's another pocket made, and then this has a pocket at the back that wants some of the ephemera just tucked in. This one's finished on the back, so you could do this as a flip if you want, or as a pocket, or as a tuck, or as a little band. So this one, I'm not sure if this one I made on my own after. I think I did, using one of her designs. This is a little pocket, but I didn't have anything to put into it. Sorry. Looked up and saw, and then here's a little pocket here, and a pocket here. And then the back is finished. You could have made, oh, I did, this is open. This could be a pocket if you chose to as well, and this could just be clipped in. This was the one we made together, and I've got this upside down. In the video, I watched her. My punch wasn't the best choice. It didn't punch very well, but here's a little pocket with that in. And I've stitched around all the little pieces of ephemera. And then inside is a piece of ephemera that is folded in half. And then there's that pocket. This is just printed on regular printer paper, so I don't know if I would use this as a pocket or not. I think it might tear. I might be more inclined to glue that in. And here's another idea, and this is just glued in on two sides, and then it's got a little tuck there and another piece of paper. So yeah, and I've actually downloaded her simples as well. I just haven't got to doing them. But these will go in here because those are ideas. And you don't just have to use this paper. You can use your other papers once you get the ideas. But I'm really bad. I don't have a good memory, so I forget things quite often. Next, I have a Reader's Digest, a green one. And I'm going to take this apart, and I'm going to make myself a new scripture journal out of this one. It's going to have to get done really quickly, so it's not going to be a fancy journal. It's going to be just very basic because I'm almost done my scripture journal. And usually I buy them from others, but money's starting to get really tight. And I thought, as much as I would really like to support someone else, and I always have in the past, I have all these books here and I have all these supplies. Maybe I should just make myself one. So that's what this is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to cover it in fabric or not, or whether I'm just going to put something here because, you know, I love green. I really do. And maybe put some lace on the edges. I don't know. Or maybe leave it. I'm not sure yet. Haven't got that far in it yet. Then, I am really bad for buying stamps from close to my heart. And then I put them away. I catalog them and I put them away and I forget about them. I just dropped something here. So what I've decided to do is when I get new stamps, I need to cut, a lot of their stamp sets now come with coordinating dies. So if they do, I need to cut them, stamp them, bag them, and when I have a little bit of time and I want to color them. So these were my newest stamp sets. This is utterly wonderful. I bought this stamp set simply for this guy here, or girl. Isn't she gorgeous? Like we have cattle. And I just thought, you know, she is so pretty with the flowers. So I need to get that colored up. And I've got this one here, which is Z4526 Fairy Garden, and this one just has some different fairies in it and mushrooms. So then I could make simple cards. And the reason I've put the number of the stamp is because I put my stamps away. I don't need the stamp sets out while I color, but I'll need them later, and this is the easiest. I store my stamp sets numerically, so that's the easiest way to find that stamp set. Z4408, and this is Meowgical, and these are little unicorn kitties. I thought, of course, of my granddaughters when I saw that. Then Feathered Friends, Z3978, and these are just some little birds. And you know, you could use these in junk journals too. These didn't have dies, so I just stamped the whole page with them. And these are some kind of whimsical owls. I can't wait to get coloring those. And then some little teddy bears, a little mouse, and some bunnies. And the bunnies. So now they'll be here, and I can, you know, when you have a few minutes here and there, you just grab a marker or a pencil crayon or whatever, and then you start coloring. So I think the last thing I have to grab it to talk about is my Elizabeth craft designs. I've shown you the dies in another video, but I'm going to use this one. I'm going to do a journal with this Stamperia card paper set. I've shown you this to you in a previous haul video from Prairie Paper Haven. So I want to use this for one of the planner journals, whatever I'm making with the dies for my granddaughters. Might be the camera one. And these are also in a Prairie Paper Haven haul. And these are papers from, I believe, Japan. Oh, that is just one. And I thought I would use these for my baby Olivia's little baby book, which is something I want to work on. So again, these are in a haul video from Prairie Paper Haven. So if you want a better look at them, check that out. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Now that I have the videos done, I can get started. And I'm not normally the type of person to have a whole bunch of things on the go at once, but I have a feeling that's just the way it's going to be for the next little bit. So I'm looking around to see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you. And I think that's it. So hopefully we'll see how I feel when I craft. If I'm feeling okay, I will bring you along to craft with me. Anyway, thank you for being with me. I wish you lots of luck, love, and happiness. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.